What's up, Panda Nation? Peter from Panda here. Hey, look what I just got. I got it a little while ago, but just in the last couple of weeks. It's actually a fire pit, a propane, gas-based, what you might call like a fire table. It sits about, I don't know, 2 feet tall, and it's about 3 feet wide. You can see how big the box is, and so I'm assuming the panels are about that size. And I got it kind of after the summer season's over. It's fall already, and that's where I think I got a pretty good deal on it. It was under 200 bucks. I bought it on Amazon. Came pretty quickly. Now I want to show you a couple quick things here. It's a bronze finish, and it's like an all metal type of finish. The ones with the kind of the stone or the tile, or even like the faux wood or faux brick, kind of looked a little better to me, but like I said, I bought this sucker on price. 37 inches kind of wide, and it is pretty heavy. It's 100 pounds. I actually had to put it on a wheelbarrow to get it into my garage. The other thing I want to show you here, which is totally by accident, is Best Choice Products. As you know, and maybe you can see here, the bike in the background right there is also a Best Choice Products product. And, that was totally unintentional. I didn't even know that they were from potentially the same company or distributor, but I really like the Best Choice products. So it kind of gives me a little bit of comfort, and that may be another product number there. So let's get this thing set up.
All right, guys, so got it set up. It takes a little while. Took a couple hours, and as you can see, it's all like metal construction, and it looks like kind of like a powder coat. You can kind of see that it has like a little bit of like I don't know, a rose gold or a copper like tone shining, coming through, a little bit of a crackle like finish, but then the main color is like this, kind of brown. That's what you kind of see here. And I will also say it is pretty big, so it's about 3 feet across, which is what I liked, that you have a place to put drinks or your feet if you want, and it sits a little tall. For me personally, a fire table or something, I would love it as low as possible so that you can kind of experience the heat and it doesn't impede with conversation if you're sitting around it. But in order to get a propane tank underneath it, it needs to be tall enough for that. So obviously, since I don't have a gas line running to it, I need the propane tank. Now, the doors here do have little magnets, so they shut just like this. I noticed that you kind of have to, there's a little bit of play, a little bit of wiggle right in the metal. It's pretty thin sheet metal, but it's all done pretty nicely, and there's some venting in here, some slots on the doors, and then also some slotting on the sides. And then you have a pretty nice thick lip here that kind of matches like a 2.5-inch leg here and like a 2-inch lip here, and it seems pretty sturdy, right? It's going to make some noise if you bang on it. The hardware, both on the lid, the cap lid up here and down here, kind of looks like a like a bronze type of color. As you can see, you have a base on the bottom with a plate with a cutout, and now this cutout is actually pretty tight. It's a circular cutout that'll accept the bottom of a normal propane tank, and I actually had to kind of wiggle it, and it finally fell in. It's probably going to be a little bit hard to get it out, but at least it's going to be in there nice and sturdy. There's also a strap here, kind of like a backpack strap, that I think you can run over the top of the propane tank, like through it, to kind of hold it in place. Now, I don't know that I need that, just kind of like, they have it on like a propane grill or something like that, but it's there too, especially if maybe, it's going to be kicked around a lot or whatever. But I've got this hooked up, and here is kind of a standard propane hose connector, very much like your grill. You attach it there, open up your propane tank, and then you have two controls here. Push to turn, so you push it in and then turn it to ignite it. So you push it in here, turn it over. Let's see, I guess it goes to low first, and then it goes up to high, and that's how you'll control the flame. But I'm assuming maybe you put it to low or high to get it lit, and then you do have I think it's a piece of ignition right here, and you can hear it lighting up there. So I think there's a battery in this thing, I think. And then you can see the bottom of the fire tray. So let's take a look at that, because this thing does come with also, this lid is pretty nice. Kind of square lid, fits in there, and then seems to stay in there pretty well. It does come with this kind of blackened tray. It's pretty shallow. You have a gas ring here, and then it does come with this fire glass. Now, I actually ordered some additional fire glass. It's kind of cool. I mean, I guess the fire nice thing is is a thing. You know, personally, I probably would have liked lava rocks, but because it came with the fire glass, I'm just sticking with that. I actually ordered some more fire glass because I put all the fire glass that it came with in already. And one of the comments I'd read when I ordered it was that, oh, it doesn't come with enough fire glass. You can still see the ring. Absolutely true. You know, I don't know that that's a bad thing. It certainly comes with enough to kind of spread it around, but you do see the ring. So if you want that totally covered up and kind of continue the illusion that it's like a natural fire or something like that, you know, you're going to need to add your own fire glass. So I did order another box of that. I ordered it from Amazon. I think it's an Amazon Essentials thing. It was about 25 bucks. So I'm going to load up on the fire glass. Hopefully that doesn't hinder the flame or anything like that. Now, hopefully we will get this sucker to work. So let's go ahead and just turn on the propane tank here. Or let's open that up. I don't hear or smell anything, which is good. And then I'm going to turn that on, and then let's go ahead and hit the igniter. So what you have to do here is you actually have to push the knob in and turn it, and then hold it down. You'll actually hear the gas kind of coming through, and then you'll hit the igniter. And then it does light up. And then if you adjust the flame just by turning it afterwards, so if I turn it up to high, then we get more flame just like that. So look at that, man. You can sit out, enjoy the outdoors here with a nice warm flame. I can feel the heat coming off it. This thing is turned all the way up, you know, it's on high, so it's, I don't know, it's using gas like a charcoal or a propane gas grill would, and so feels pretty nice. Now I will say, you know, the beauty of this as opposed to like the wood ones, which I've used before, is that you don't get all smoky, right? You're not always kind of dodging the smoke from a flame as the wind shift, and you can just turn it on and turn it off. No soot, no mess, and man, just kind of control the flame very closely so that you can kind of create just enough heat for whatever the evening or the afternoon calls for. So like it a lot, man. I think if we just close this up here, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because it's not that cold outside right now. Close it up. You can it's hard to see the flame now, but it is working. Now I will say it comes with a waterproof, or I should say quote-unquote waterproof cover. It fits the fire pit very, very well, but I will say one thing. I actually just ordered another one because, as you can see, it's kind of like just a thin nylon. And what I noticed is that even though it was sprinkling out, I lifted up the cover, and underneath the whole top of the fire pit was wet. So it is not waterproof. I think maybe it's more for big things like bird droppings or, you know, sticks or whatever it might be. And I think it does shed some water. It's probably water resistant, but you know, I've heard that you want to keep this dry because the you know, the metal will tarnish under liquid. So you know, I just wanted to continue to look fairly decent and not too nappy after time. So I've ordered another cover. But other than that, I mean, if you don't really care too much about it, or you're living pretty warm climates like California or something, maybe that'll work just fine too. But overall, I think a really good product, especially for the price point. Like I said, end of the season sale, but I got it for under $200, so I'm really impressed. There it is, my new fire pit. Peter Von Panda out.